afternoon. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here today. Usually I represent the political officials of Staten Island. Today I send you brachas from the Rosh Yeshiva. He apologizes that he could not be here today. So to all the honorees, Hatzlacha Rabbah, and to the Rebbe of the Shul, we should continue to go from Echel El Chayil.
Amen.
Also, I'd like to thank my wife for always standing beside me. And my mother-in-law, they've been an inspiration in my life. All the things that I've done without my wife and my mother-in-law could not have done it. Also, I know today's like a double header, they're honoring my son. But before they call up my son, I'd like to call up Congressman Grimm to say a few words. But before he comes up, let me tell you about Congressman Grimm. Congressman Grimm has been a mensch through and through. All Jewish causes here in Staten Island and throughout the New York State. To shame the Rosh Yeshiva, to make it public. Last year, before Sukkot, there was a problem with the lulavim and esrogim from the Mitzrayim. My son got a phone call, I got a phone call from the Rosh Yeshiva, Rabbi Leifeld, that they have this problem that the lulavim and esrogim will not be able to be distributed here in New York City, and the distributors throughout the state of the United States. So that means almost over 250,000 lulavim and esrogim Yidden would not be able to bench on. When I spoke to my son and the congressman, this was 8 o'clock at night. They worked through the night. By 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, they had the State Department, they had everybody working on it, and they had it released by 8 o'clock the next morning. Secondly, everyone knows about the Jonathan Pollard, who's been for so many years in prison. The congressman, before he was elected as a congressman a few months before, we were sitting and talking, and he goes to me, once I become the congressman, I want you to set up an appointment for me to go to Jonathan Pollard in jail. When he won the election, I called up Rabbi Lerner from the National Council of the Young Israel, and Rabbi Lerner came down to the congressman's office. We had a meeting for over 3 hours. The congressman and Rabbi Lerner went to Jonathan Pollard in jail before Purim. The congressman spent with Jonathan Pollard close to 3 hours in jail. We also have a case of the Rabashkin, which unfortunately, another from Yid in jail. The congressman fought vigorously. My son went down to the Crown Heights area. He met with the officials over there who represent, and the congressman wrote a letter, and he is fighting to get out Rabashkin from jail. The congressman, when Gilad Shalit was not free yet, Baruch Hashem, he's free. The congressman is the head of distribution of money going to the American Red Cross. The congressman called in the leaders of the American Red Cross and said, I will stop funding until we get Gilad Shalit out of jail. We have to know what's going on. We can't see a video that's 2 years old. The Arabs have every right when they're in jail in Israel to speak to their families and everything, not Gilad Shalit. And he worked on it, and Baruch Hashem, Gilad Shalit got free.
Nice.
This is the type of congressman we have representing us here in Staten Island. And it gives me great pleasure and great honor to introduce to you Congressman Grimm.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's always nice to see you, and I'm not going to read your speech, I promise. Very neat penmanship, though. Very, very good. Always. Congratulations to Rabbi Cedar. And I just want to thank all of you. I always get such a warm welcome, and it really does warm my heart and makes me feel like part of the community. And I want you to know you'll always be part of my community as well. So I just want to thank you for that very, very much. Thank you to Rabbi Weiss and for all that you do, and everyone involved here with Agudah Israel. President Schwartz, thank you for having me today. And to all the honorees, all the past presidents, congratulations and thank you for all you do for the community. And I just would like to say one thing. It does make me very, very proud to be a representative of Staten Island because of organizations like this, because I think we have a very, very special community. We have a group of people here on Staten Island, and I think it's exemplified by all of you here at the Agudah Israel Temple, that puts politics aside, puts personal differences aside, and really comes together as a community. So I'm very proud to represent you and to be part of that. And there's a young man that I think really exemplifies that as well. And I'm very honored to say that Aaron Cedar works on my staff, and he is an invaluable, invaluable asset to my team. And personally, he has become like a younger brother to me. Not so little, but a younger brother for sure. And I got to tell you, he puts heart and soul into what he does in my office. And he really does care about every single case that comes in, no matter how big or how small. So I think it's absolutely apropos that Aaron Cedar received the Young Leadership Award for the Agudah Israel of Staten Island. So without further ado, the award is presented to Aaron Cedar for outstanding devotion to our shul and the entire Staten Island community. May Hashem bless him, his dear wife Kelly, and his family with good health and strength to continue his exemplary work and good deeds.